Sumatran elephants are a distinct subspecies of Indian elephants. They can't interbreed with the world's other elephants, so if we let them disappear from this one island, they'll be gone forever.
They're just playing like a couple of kids. And they try and have a couple of baths a day. Or more. Sometimes when it's stinking hot, they'll spend hours in the water. Looks like they're going to have a graze on the side there. Eat a few of those reeds. Anything that's green is fair game.
It looks like a typical elephant family. The head of an Asian elephant household is a dominant female who supervises every part of her family's life.
Aren't they just gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Notice how they are hooing and urinating in the water. Now, elephants are very sensitive to their own manure, in that when they do a dollop, they won't stand in it, no matter what happens. And it's very significant where they place their dung. Of course, it's very important for territory, and other elephants can come along and smell that dung and tell exactly what's going on with, say, a herd that's out there.
All the fully grown elephants in this family are female.
I'm happy. I'm really happy.
A typical family group is between 4 and 10. This one just looks a little bit bigger.
Quite tranquil, isn't it?
Most of the wildlife on the river is quite tolerant of me. These macaques know I'm here, and yet they're not too worried. However, some of the reptile species are very scared with my presence, like this Salvador's monitor, the Asian water monitor. He's quick to get out of my way, and so are the crocodile. They have to be, because poachers, illegal hunters, will kill them for their skin.
We've moved into Waikumbas National Park, home to around 1/3 of all the Sumatran elephants left on Earth. At the heart of the park is a training center, a place where problem elephants are taught a whole new set of skills. If they weren't here, they probably wouldn't survive, because most of them had become nuisances in settled areas where they're no longer welcome. The people are mahouts, highly skilled handlers who bond with individual elephants and stay with them for life, and that's about 60 years.
Look at them, aren't they just magnificent? Here's a banana, mate. Little banana here. So you can see those fingers, that finger on the bottom there. They actually call them fingers. Up here, buddy. See that finger work there? Okay, there's a lot of difference with these elephants to the African. Running out of bananas. These actually have just that single finger. The African elephant has one above and below. They've got two. Their trunk is such a highly developed, modified organ, and it's one of the most incredible things in our natural world. They've got a highly sensitive sense of smell. Watch this. He can delicately grab that banana and place it back inside his mouth. They could pick up something as small as a coin on the ground. They can smell for kilometres around where there's good tucker, where there's other elephants. And then have a look at his tusks. Now, with the Indonesian elephant or the Sumatran elephant, only the males have tusks, and not all of them have these structures. And these are like a modified incisor that grows throughout their life, and they come out through their jaw. And they're used, of course, in combat. You know, it's a male thing, to have a good set of tusks and get to mate with the girls. And they've caused elephants across the world great problems, because here is ivory. And of course, ivory poachers, you know the rest of the story. But not all the males have them. This guy's got quite a good set. You see this one's been cut off. And they're actually hollow up inside there. But oh man, it's like a piece of steel. Have one of these driven into you and you'd know all about it. They've got a pretty good sense of sight. But what they have got a good sense of is hearing. You can see his ears, and he's constantly flapping them. And that's a cooling system. It's like a capillary action. He's got blood flowing through his ears, and they're very thin. So as he flaps them, it cools the whole animal down because the blood's flowing through his ears, and that cooled off blood goes and flows through his body. Here's a little banana. He uses his big pink tongue to push it back. His teeth are actually on the back there, so there's no chance of him biting. Look at these legs. Look at these giant-sized legs. They are huge. You know, I'm going to learn a few rules today, and the first one that I picked up was always go to the right-hand side of the elephant, not the left like you do with a horse. Of course, everyone knows with horses, you go to the left-hand side. It's the right-hand side. That is etiquette, and I'll learn as I go. The other thing is, watch out for the feet, watch out for the legs, because they can whack. Side kick, imagine getting side kicked by that. Oh, look at this, look. Imagine getting crushed under there. The elephant is that intelligent that if he gets mud between his toes, you know how gooey mud is between your toes and it's quite uncomfortable? They'll get a stick or something and they'll actually work it out with their trunk from between their toes. How's that? I mean, when you look at these animals, you're looking at a really intelligent, feeling, emotional animal. Just like me, just like us. Exactly the same. And they also like to relax and play. Oh, gosh. This is all a part of their daily ritual. They come down for a bath, which they love, every morning and every afternoon. 8 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Elephants often end up at Waikumbas when their home jungle's been cleared for agriculture. They're creatures of habit, and if a farming village happens to be built on one of their migration paths, they're just as likely to bulldoze the houses and eat the crops. Rather than leave the elephants to a battle they're going to lose, they're relocated here and retrained to work with humans rather than against them.
I love these big mammals so much I don't know whether to laugh or to cry, constantly communicating with their trunks. Now, these elephants in captivity, they'll actually lay down and sleep. Out in the wild, they're more prone to stand up and sleep. You know, I guess they've always got to be a little bit on the alert. Isn't that amazing? Such a huge animal. Such a huge, big, lazy girl. That's a lot of bulk, isn't it? And up she goes. With these elephants, they've got 2 mounds on their head, one each side. The Africans got that big dome, single. Notice the way they graze. They use that trunk to rip the grass off, and they'll get a whole trunk full, and then when they're ready, they'll put it up into their mouth, and then they'll chew it up. It's probably a ton of animal here, about the same weight as a small car. And they just love to suckle with their mummy. This is a mummy here, this is a little baby. And their maternal instincts, their maternal bond is really strong. As with mammals, they have breast milk, and so the baby gets up under that front leg where the breasts are located, and with its mouth, it'll just tuck its trunk back and get its mouth in there and start to suckle. Let's zip around the other side here. Look at that. Just gets a mouthful of breast and suckles away. You can see the breast here, a little bit distended. It's full of milk. The babies will actually nurse 3 years or more. Here we go. Wow, unreal.